listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. My name's Ken Lawler. I'm the host. You might be watching us in the LOZ app. You might be listening to us on KRMS radio on Saturdays from 10 to 11 a.m. We call it the Big Simulcast. We love our collaboration with KRMS radio. And, you know, the one thing that I think is really cool is you can go in the LOZ app at any time, hit the media button, and listen to any of the stations over there. You can listen to rock, or you can listen to sports, or you can listen right here at News and Talk and hear what's going on around town. Listen, the LOZ Podcast Network is getting ready for a big week. You guys have already heard a bunch of interviews I've been doing for the Shootout, and my next guest, Shane Landis. Shane, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, buddy. How are you?
Awesome. Hey, thanks for joining us. Shane Landis, board member of Lake of the Ozark Shootout, shelter insurance owner at the lake. If you need any insurance, you can call Shane. He can help you. And the grand poobah of the Shootout for the Shootout, which is one of the charity events that we do for Shootout, and it's a really cool event, isn't it, Shane? Something you do out at the you can shoot clays, move to different stations. I did it last year with you for the first time. I think my shoulder finally is recuperated from it. So tell us about that event.
It's a great time. It's the Shootout for the Shootout. We started it 4 years ago. It's just another subsidiary fundraiser for the Lake of the Ozark Shootout. It's called the Shootout for the Shootout. We shoot sporting clays. We shoot trap. It's out at the Missouri Trap Shooters Association on A Road in Lynn Creek. So we're pretty excited and amped up. It's a great day filled with a lot of friends ribbing one another, raising a little bit of money. You know, there's always going to be a winner, and we're always going to have that guy that's going to break the less. So, you know, it's a great time. There's great bragging rights involved in it, and it's a lot of fun. You know, if you're into any kind of shooting sports, hunting, that kind of stuff, even if you've never done it, I know you didn't do it last year, but you shot with us. It really, really is a good time. If you've ever done anything like that, man, you should come out. You owe it to yourself. Bring a buddy or two. We run squads of 4, so you know, grab your buddies, grab a shotgun, and they've got ammo and everything else you need out there. Just come on out and see us. So it's an awesome time.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I don't have to result to that to eat my food, because I did not hit very many clays last year. You hit them, I think all of them. But
I don't know about all.
It certainly is a fun sport and really cool. And it is a neat day out there. Every station kind of has people at the station. Some people are sponsors, and it's just a great way. And again, you and I are both on the Shootout board, so it's something that contributes to, I think people think the Shootout is just the boat race, and it's so much more, isn't it?
Oh man, we have so many other events. I mean, we start our, as you know, and probably have said before, we start, usually in early in the season in March, and with the damn putt tournament. And there's the golf tournament, the mini shootout. There's just so many different events, that culminate through the year to kind of work themselves up to the big event next week. And that brings me to next week. If you really break it down, what we have going on next week, it's not just the boat race or the shootout next week. I mean, really, we start Monday. We have 10 events next week. From Monday, we start with our first responders lunch. Randy Sism and Taylor Sism with MTI. They have sponsored, and they want to take care of all of the Lake area first responders. That's on Monday. All of our first responders are welcome to come. We hope that they do. Tuesday night is the Hall of Fame dinner over at Encore. Wednesday is the big, Bad to the Bone street party. One of the baddest street parties in the world is going to be here on Wednesday. So
let's talk about that a little bit, because you've been to some other street parties, because you were doing a lot of announcing for some of the boat races that were going on around the country.
Yes.
And you were on the air, but you also got to go to a lot of the different street parties that they have, because everybody kind of has something similar.
Yeah, everybody has an event or a parade or something. Yeah.
And, when they think they have a big street party at one of these other venues, I think you probably chuckle a little bit, because, nothing compares to the street party here at Lake of the Ozarks, does it?
I do. I'll tell you what, the only one that really, really rivaled it was Havasu, and it was good. They changed their stuff the last couple of years, brought in more boats to try to kind of mimic more what we were doing. And I think that helped their show out there. I mean, we have pretty much every manufacturer represented at our street party. On top of that, a lot of the higher end, race boats, all the way down to, some of the smaller entries. So, I mean, everybody is welcome at the street party. I think, I don't know what our numbers were last year, but a couple of years ago, I mean, it was what, 60, 70,000 people or something. I mean,
It's
it's unbelievable.
it's
Yeah.
huge. And by the way, the LOZ apps boat will be down there this year.
I
I know
know that.
you got a sneak peek of that when you were announcing the offshore races here earlier in the summer. Um, Two new engines going in the LOZ app boat. Brad told me he's getting it all rigged together. So and there's been a little, I don't know if it's, I mean, I guess I could say it, a possible rumor that his daughter might be in the boat with him when they run. So
I think that'd be great. I think the fastest that they've ever went thus far is when she was in the boat, maybe previously. So
yeah,
hopefully she'll bring a little more luck to him. I can tell you, he'd be better off with her than me or you. She's a whole lot smaller. I got a little weight out of that boat, so they'll be
that's
rocking and
right.
rolling again.
Well, we're super excited to have the LOZ app boat down there, and in the street party. And like you said, it's just an incredible event.
Yeah.
So much going on and so much raised for charity at just that event. And that, like
Yep.
you said, you got the Monday for first responders, Tuesday's the Hall of Fame dinner, and then Wednesday just kicks off for the public with the huge street party going on. And then Thursday there's another event going on, right?
Yeah, so Thursday there's basically a boat show, like a manufacturers type show over at Dog Days. The Barretts have pretty much opened their doors all week for us and have done such a great job. So hats off to Mark and Brian Barrett for all their help and the Oasis. I mean, man, these are just some of the most fantastic partners that you could ever hope to have in the charity world, and they really help our success and drive that. So I think Thursday is going to be really good for that manufacturers show. Thursday night, there's a party over at Performance Boat Center for the to kind of kick things off for the weekend. We'll have one table set up over there with somebody that can kind of help get signed up for the poker run, which leads me into Friday. Friday
Oh,
we'll
the
have.
Polylift Poker Run, man. We gotta promote that. That's huge.
Yeah, the Polylift Poker Run is awesome. I mean, I don't know what we had last year, exact our numbers, 125, 30, 40 boats. I mean, it was big. And that's always a fantastic time to get out on the water with your friends, go run, hit some of the different stops, grab the chips and go play some cards, Friday night. That
By
takes
the way,
us.
let me jump in real quick on that poker run. Just everybody remember the LOZ app. You go into the LOZ app, but we're going to have stuff for the whole week. We tell you everything that's going on. If you need anything on Shootout, you can always just go to the LOZ app. We are the official app of the Shootout. And so we have all the events, all the links. If you want to bid on items for the auction, if you want to find out. But the cool part is in the poker run, we actually have every stop in the poker run if you're involved in that poker run, and you can click on any one of those things and get information about the restaurant or the bar. You can get menus while you're out on the water. You can click off the ones you've been to, so you can kind of track it. So we've kind of built this module for the poker run where everybody who's entered into it can actually track where they've been and do some cool stuff. And I just want to get a little blurb in there about the fact that anytime you want to know what's going on for the shootout, all you got to do is go to the LOZ app. And if you don't have it on your phone, it's going to be pretty easy to find it because every single volunteer we have has a QR code on the back that you can hit and put the app on your phone. So no excuses this year about not having it on your phone.
I'm telling you, yeah, you basically are the digital guide and the digital menu of things to do and what's to come for this next week. So it's great because everybody, even new people I meet from out of town, I mean they really rely on that. I think you've done such a great job with that. So hats off to you, Ken, for for putting a really great program together for everybody. I think that's benefiting everybody in the community. So we appreciate that.
And then the big race in the weekend, man. And the rumors are you might be doing a little broadcasting this weekend.
Yeah, I think they're going to pull me back into the broadcast booth, so that'll be really fun. We're going to rotate some people in and out, so I think I should be in the broadcast booth both days, both Saturday and Sunday. And then I'll probably go out and maybe do a little bit of interviews. I don't know if they're going to have me interview some vendors, get some good content for our vendors. Or possibly racers. I told them I'm definitely flexible. I'm down to help wherever. But we're really excited for that. We're going to have a couple really good runs of show because we've got some TV production stuff Saturday morning from I think 9 to 11, and then back again on Sunday from, I hate just to say the times, but early afternoon, like noon to 2, 12:30 to 2:30, somewhere in there. And then you'll be able to watch everything, right here on LOZ app. So if you're out on the boat, you're enjoying the gauntlet, but you want to get some close-ups and some replays, you better have an iPad or a phone or something with the LOZ podcast going. So, the LOZ app going, so that way you can watch all your own replays live at the event. So it'll be good.
Yeah, and not only that, but we are I believe, the only place where you can actually see the speeds in real time, because we feed the speeds to the TV people. So what happens is somebody runs a run on the race course, and then within about 2 or 3 seconds, we get the speed in the app. So you could be out there sitting in the water or sitting on the boat and really getting an idea of what's going on and what that run was. And there's some cool stuff coming too. Thundercats,
Just get ready to bring that up. That's gonna be awesome. So the Thundercat thing is gonna be really, really cool. We brought them in to the Cocoa Beach race. And so the Thundercats started in the 70s in South Africa, actually, but they've kind of evolved and are all over the world. They're like a 10 to 12 meter, inflatable, catamaran, right? So these boats are only 250 pounds or so to like pick them up. So even you and I could pick one up and maneuver one pretty easily. They've got outboard tiller drive engines on them, and they're going to be manned by 2 people. One person's going to be the pilot that drives the tiller, and then you have one person that's referred to as the monkey. So the monkey's up front on the boat. He's up on the deck. He or she, they're moving around. They're trying to shift the weight in the boat. And these little inflatables are super fast. I mean, sometimes up to, 80, 100 mile an hour potentially. I mean, they're very, very quick, because they weigh nothing. And they're going to put on a really, really good race and a good show for us. And I think it'll be a great thing. Some that's going to be very, full of life, very active.
There's going to be a ton of stuff going on over there. So everybody just get over there, support what's going on. Look, whether you can donate to your time to the charity, or whether you can do something by just being there and just, patronizing the people that are putting this on, or whether you can go and actually bid on something. We're actually going to have that list for Saturday night in the LOZ app for the auction. And then we'll have a link where you can go and you can actually bid on stuff that night, even if you don't attend. So if you're not even there, you can still get a chance to bid on some of this really cool stuff right through the LOZ app. Dude, I really appreciate you coming on with me, man. Shane Landis is one of my good buddies, friends, and I just love everything you're doing for the charity and all that you do for everybody at the Lake of the Ozarks. And we really appreciate your time and what you're putting in every day for the Lake of the Ozarks shootout.
You know what? Our team is moving mountains over here, and at the end of the day, all of our 40-some benefactor charities in the lake area, the Tri-County area, are the ones that benefit. Last year we gave out $815,000. So we're doing everything we can to see if we can't hit that number, exceed it again this year. So your efforts are appreciated as well. So thank you for what you're doing.
All right, everyone. There you have it. Shane Landis, the one and only. Listen, get to one of those events this week. Do whatever you can to help support the Lake of the Area shootout. We really appreciate it. And everybody will be right back after these words.